basically what he's saying is that it's so well known he doesn't even need to explain it. Yeah, okay.
3月20日にですね、発売予定のフランスの UBI ソフトの株式会社制作のゲ
Okay,
ーム
well, this also kills my theory that it was actually them discussing live streaming because he's discussing Assassin's Creed explicitly, right? So it actually wasn't about live streaming. This is actually about Assassin's Creed.
のアサシンクリードシャドウ
That's what this is about.
ついてなんですけど、海外で
Overseas,
先
though,
行プレイの
early gameplay videos have already popped up on YouTube. I watched them,
それを拝
and
見い
here's
た
what
し
I
ます
saw.
と
That video
Uh-oh.
that went to really viral. And I was surprised that there's a lot of people.
Oh, shit. Little F? Yeah, we had a little bit of a hiccup there. Here, let's watch it again. Sorry about that, guys. We'll get back to it.
Video that went to really viral.
Here it is. Oh,
And I was
man.
surprised that
Bro,
there's
he just tore that shit
video
up.
that
One more
went to
time.
really viral. And
Bro,
I
he
was
went in on
surprised
that shit.
There's a lot of people who think
There it
that's
is.
okay. I think most of people doesn't know that's that shrine and altar. I guess, but a lot of Japanese people feel offended about that video.
イタテ
Yeah,
シ
sure.
ョーズシュラインと実名で私の兵庫県の姫路市のハイリマの国奏者イタテ氷津神社が登場します。ゲームの中でですね、主人公の
The main
侍は
character, a
刀を
samurai,
持っていま
swings a
して
sword
拝殿
inside
内
the
で
prayer
太
hall,
鼓や
smashing
神
drums,
教
altars,
祭
and
壇
sacred
を開催し
objects.
まして
He shatters
そして
them
境内
and
に
slashes
い
at
る
the villagers in the
神
shrine.
職とお持ち
And what it looks like priests cutting them down, even shooting arrows. It's set up so you can commit these violent acts.
Yeah, that's the thing. They can just disable it, but they made it object that breakable.
私はこの
Yep.
話を聞いてですね、ちょっと地元の
They
神
sure
社さんの方で直接宮司さんにお話を伺いました。
The chief priest, the game company never reached out, not once, to the shrine about using its name or getting permission. Nothing at all. That's what he said. On top of that, places like Nara's, Tojaya, other shrines, ancient burial mounds. Oh, I forgot. This is another very important component that you get to wear. Isn't one of the pre-order bonuses of Assassin's Creed Shadows that you get
Now, who
the
am I gonna
ancient
banish from this match?
family emperor's armor with the emperor's seal on it? Oh, robbing Imperial. Let me see. I just want to show you guys this here. In Assassin's Creed Shadows, it's been revealed that players will be looting the tomb of an ancestor of the emperor, sparking controversy in Japan. So the Disiro Kofan is the tomb of Emperor Nintoko, an ancestor of the current imperial family. So Yasuke can steal armors. Yeah, there it is. Can steal armor from the imperial family's tomb.
Whoa, you're reading that right. In Assassin's Creed Shadows, it's been revealed through the art book leaks that you will be getting trophies for looting the Emperor's tomb. That's right. Ancestors of the current Imperial family
The
are
right
up
heroes
for
can make
grabs.
all
You can
the
steal
difference.
the sacred armor of one of the most earliest Japanese emperors in history as Yasuke, a foreigner. Now, I get it. The West doesn't have
Oh,
respect
God.
for their culture, so it's perfectly
That's
fine
great,
to slap
isn't it?
George Washington and a challenger and have them tear ass in
Yeah.
the field somewhere. But in Japan, they have a reverence for their culture, and in fact, they're known the world
That's
over.
crazy.
So if Ubisoft is in fact creating a very accurate game and a game that respects the Japanese culture instead of lecturing to it, what the hell is this?
Well, I don't know what it is, but yeah, so that's what's being referred to right here.
Charles dreamed of a safe haven for all mutants.
Their images like this were used without permission.
I have made it a reality.
That's
Coming in
happening
30
too.
seconds. Stay strong.
I'm Masagi Uzoshi, Vice Manager of the Economy, joining us. Globally, the number of people enjoying these games keeps growing every year. But when it comes to games using footage in specific places, without permission, I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Be impertinent, it seems.
What do you think? So this is the Prime Minister.
The
This
battle
is just
starts in 5.
kind of
4,
insider note.
3,
I know
2,
some people that
1.
send me this video.
Yeah.
So, they know
We need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
can't talk about that detail, but something really scary in this movie is that there's unspoken you cannot cause other drop to other music. I heard they can't use word of Yasuke.
You need not fear.
If you were Japanese, I think they want to do this, and they decided to not to use Yasuke. That would make sense. But my concern is that each music get dropped if they use word of Yasuke. As a Japanese, that's one of the biggest concern. What's going on, really?
I mean, like, I can definitely
Mutants
understand it, and it's kind
Still
of
a
like,
chance to stop them.
Jesus, let me think of a way to explain what this is kind of like.
Approach the site.
They hit a checkpoint. Now might
it's
be
like
a good time to stop
are
them.
a soldier in World War II, and they're like someone around in that era, and you're not even from America, but somehow you get sent over to fight in World War II,
The Punisher's whip
and
is
you're
no
like a
longer
set
accurate.
plot line where you can fuck Eleanor Roosevelt.
Shields up.
Really?
Disappear.
Pretty fucking weird, wouldn't it? That would be pretty odd.
They made it half lane.
Yeah, that's a lot. Game's out wait, yes. Just a game. It is just a game. The thing is that I know it's just a game, but it's to me it's funny. Like, I'm not Japanese, and I think the reason why a lot of people are talking about this is that the premise of the game is set. This is basically like the game came out and it was released and it was expressed to the public as if it's like, oh, well, it was done almost in like a patronizing way, I think that a lot of people felt, where this game gets made, it gets put out there, it has this storyline that's obviously exaggerated to like, you know, like a power of fucking 50, right? And then they're trying to like virtue signal basically with having this stuff in the game, and people find it annoying, right? And so if the storyline is jury and like execution, I will play Rise of the Rohirrim, and this is a very good game. I really enjoy this game a lot, and they have a historical character, Matthew Perry, in the game. And so Matthew Perry is I think he's from America, I don't remember exactly. And he's from this game, and he is a honorable, reasonable, good guy, and he's not like a stupid, like, moron. I feel like he's respectful in the game, right? And so, it's like the idea of like colonial Japan, and there's like a bunch of other stuff. So, the problem isn't that you're using historical characters. The problem is that you're using historical characters and then making an argument to authority of their authenticity. That's, I think, what really annoyed a lot of people. Does that make sense?
Now might
That's
be a
what
good
annoyed
time
a lot
to
of people.
stop
It's like
them.
you're making this argument to authority, like, oh, well, we understand this. We brought in cultural experts. We're telling you this. That's it. And so it's a Team Ninja game, though, right? Yeah, exactly. And it's disrespectful actions. Yeah, exactly. It'd be great in the native character. Exactly. And so, yeah, to be fair, and I'm not defending Assassin's Creed, the third game makes Washington a villain in the DLC, and no one said it was disrespectful to the third in the US. So the reason why it's not a problem for them to do that, and you also fight the Pope, and it's also not a problem, is because they never presented the game as any form of historical, like, historical context in a way that,
Stop them.
like, correct me if I'm wrong, but as soon as Yusuke was announced as a character, everybody was like, what the fuck? There's not even certainty that this guy is a saint.
Judge, jury, execution.
And that's another thing too. And so, and that is into like what I was saying is that in like Western culture, it's much more okay to make fun of Christianity than like I'd say Judaism, Islam, or Hinduism, right? And it's not as okay to make fun of those because that's not our culture, right? So like it's very different when you have a culture that's satirizing itself versus a culture that's satirizing and seemingly appropriating another culture. Do you see kind of like how the difference there is? And it's the same thing as like you know, it's like the implicit thing that you can make racist jokes about your own race. I think this is very, very established, right? I do it all the time about making jokes about white people. Somebody else does that. People are gonna get mad about it, right?
Mutants
And so, yeah,
always
that's it.
rise again.
And that's it's Travis. Yeah, exactly. And so that's I think the reason. I think it's the argument to authority that people have.
You need
The main reason the Japanese boycott this game is because the foreigner killing No, I don't know. It's not our place to tell another culture what should and shouldn't be offensive. Well, you can do whatever you want.
The current score
Like, you
is
have the right to
0,
make something that's offensive
2,
to Japanese
3.
people, but you don't have the
Time
right
to
to do
switch
that
things up,
and then
including which
make
side
the
you're
argument to
on.
authority that you're doing it and it's historically respectful.
Be wary.
You can be disrespectful,
no timeline exists
but don't
where
go and act like you're not
Magneto
doing
yields.
that.
You'll need a
That's the
top-notch team
difference.
to win this
に
one.
まして現存する固有名詞等を商用利用する際にはその知的財産を有する個人や団体等に許可を得る必要があるものと認識をしております。知的財産を無許諾で利用されているケースにおきましては、個別の事情によるものであるため当事者間で協議されるものと承知をしております。その上で神社側等から相談がございましたら、関係省庁と連携しつつ適切に対応していきたいというふうに思います。
No
Payback
matter.
for Pearl Harbor? They're French! They weren't even there! No, they're French!
30 seconds
not
before you
even
attack. Get ready.
Like, what do you mean?
Cannot save Yggdrasil, nor can you save yourselves. The bloodstains.
ありがとうございます。今の答弁ありましたようにですね、やっぱり無許可で使用するということは本当にいけないことだと思いますし、本当にこのことについては私もしっかりと注視していきたいと思っています。
Battle
それ
starts
で
in
ですね、
5,
それにございましてはですね、
3,
コロナ
The effects of the pandemic fade. Tourism.
help get that vehicle to its destination.
So they about to make some drive. Straight up. Yeah. I don't blame him, boys. Honestly, I think it's disgraceful. It's disgraceful the way that people act over there. It really is. It's same with Korea, right?
Mutants always rise again.
配布しまして、各地でオーバー
Over-tourism is causing all sorts of problems. People finding the shrine Torii gates. For scribbling graffiti on shrine Torii? Wait, they've got tourists that are climbing on Torii gates and scribbling graffiti? What the fuck? Tourist misbehavior is turning into a real tourist aesthetic. Yeah.
Bro, get off Widow. We need a damage dealer, bro.
I get it. Just because they think Japanese won't fight back.
That's
Japanese
exactly why they do it, by the way. That's why they don't do it in China. They don't do this in China, they do it in Japan. They don't do this in North Korea, they do it in South Korea. They don't do this in, I don't know, some random village in Africa or some, like, you know, like more developing country in Africa. They're doing it up in Europe, in Sweden or something like that. Yeah, they're not doing this in Dubai. They're not doing this in... I never see them go over to Saudi Arabia and do this. Doesn't happen. Graffiti on concrete is one thing, but Torii gates... I actually think graffiti is worse. Because it's like, after somebody's off Torii gate, they're off, right? And like, you know, unless they're really bad, it's not going to affect anything. Like, if you got graffiti on it, I mean, that's like a permanent print. Like, I don't know, like, they're both... It's both a disrespect. This is outrageous that people would act this way. It's completely disgraceful. It's embarrassing.
or they're taking advantage of Japanese whiteness or Chinese. And it's very natural as a Japanese. If you see that way, we feel like, oh, they can do that because they feel Japanese racism.
Exactly. That is 100% what's happening.
ゲーム機の中で
This is real firepower! What if that kind of behavior in the game
Vehicle reached a checkpoint. You got the momentum.
inspired copycat attacks? So like half of this is stupid, but the reality of it is true. Is that it's not Assassin's Creed that's causing people to go over to Japan and treat it like a PvP server, even though it's a PvE server. No, that's not what's happening. It's not Assassin's Creed that's doing that. It's live streamers that are doing it. And I guarantee you that as soon as they saw one person going over to Japan and getting clout and getting their clips posted around for being crazy in Japan, a bunch of other people went over there to do the exact same thing. So like it's not a pipeline of like video games translate to real life behavior. It's real life behavior translates to more real life behavior. See? I'm gonna be honest. Like I don't want to come off like a Logan Paul defender here. But let's be real. He did a really stupid thing. He apologized for it, and as far as I know, he's never really said or denigrated Japan since then. Like he did apologize. Like, and the big difference there is that a bunch of these other live streamers never apologized for it. They've never, you know, said, "Hey, I shouldn't have done that." They just did it themselves. Do you see what I'm saying? Logan Paul started it. I think it's fair for you to say that Logan Paul was one of the first people that did this, but I don't think that it's fair for you to blame all of the other people on Logan Paul. I think that's unfair. Much
Bring on the
At the same time, there's this culture by world communities for ages. We should approach it with respect. Yeah, of course. Disrespecting that culture, that's something I think need to avoid. Remember that song, Try That in a Small Town, brothers? See, the thing is, like, we have the same thing here. We do. Like, and I think anybody can relate to this. It's outrageous. Matter. I see it as a big deal. Something like what footage showed them being disrespectful. How people there feel? Yeah, people get pissed off about like Islamic depictions like Muhammad. That's how I see it. Yeah. Prime Minister on first trip back home. Yeah, these towns.
渡り神社を参拝しました石破総理にお伺いしたいんですけども、
ゲームのsocial media and all that. Cultures. Okay. So this is the slide. Okay, so now we have the main dude. All right, here we go. On the legal side of graffiti, it's completely yeah, it's that simple. It's that simple.
It's clever!
I like this guy.
1, 2,
Graffiti
3.
found on prestigious shrines. Oh god.
It just happened.
Yeah.
That happened before.
Well, you can't expect
It's
to
an
win
insult to the
all.
country. It is. Plain and simple. That's where I stand.
自衛隊を
When we sent the self-defense bill to Iraq back in the day,
もちろんイスラ
wasn't
ム
about
教を
forcing
信じる
police on
とか
anyone,
そういう
not at
話
all.
ではありませんが、イスラム
But
教の
Islamic
しきた
customs
り
and
とか
traditions,
そういうものは
we made
現地
sure
に
our
派遣
troops
される自
going
衛
there
官とし
understood
た
them.
りきちんと
Which
習
is
得していくよう
more
に
basic. Yeah,
と
sure.
いうことをお願いをいたしました。例えば料理を
Japan,
全
you're
部
expected to finish everything.
日本では
That's our way.
みんな食べないと申し訳ないみたいなのがありますが
Then finish Dragon's Dogma 2.
じゃあかの国で
If
は
you clean your
全
plate,
部
it
食べ
signals
ちゃう
it
と
wasn't
足りな
enough.
かっ
That's
た
an insult.
とい
Yeah.
う障子
You
があっ
don't.
て
It
なん
might
で
seem
それ
small,
ということになる
but
と
at the
か
very least,
それ表層
respecting a
的なも
country's
のかも
culture.
しれませんが少なくともその国
Hey,
の
am I
文
wrong?
化とか
And religion, that's fundamental. Okay.
そういうものに対する 尊敬の
It's a
念を持つ
no-brainer.
ということは
Yeah, it is.
私は当然のことだと思ってい
That
ま
diplomacy
す
doesn't work.
し、そう
Yeah,
で
of
な
course.
ければ外交というのもできないことです。
Here you go. He said that without that respect, diplomacy doesn't work. Ubisoft, listen, this is our prime minister, not just one unknown grifter. It's Tokyo,
And
Japanese.
this is another component, is that a lot of the criticism of Assassin's Creed Shadows was compartmentalized as if it was just a bunch of racist white people that didn't want a black person in Japan. And now that you have actual Japanese people that are speaking out against it, a lot of these social media virtue signalers don't really know what to do or how to approach it, because they can't tell a non-white person that they're wrong about their culture, because that would go against their retarded beliefs. So they're stuck in this position where they can't really speak out against this and defend it, even though if it was a white person saying this, they absolutely would. Yeah, they're stun locked. Exactly. Like, this is a, it's kind of like a, it's like a game bug, right? Where it's like, oh fuck, right? You found some kind of like loop, like exploit or something.
Minister is speaking.
Am I wrong about this? I don't think I am.
そのことだと思っておりますし、そうでなければ外交というのもできないと思っております。まず我が国としてそういうことを率先していかなければなりませんし、仮にもそういう行為がオーバーツーリズムもそうですが、そういうことがあったら泣き寝入りはしない。日本国民としてこういうことは許さないということも発信をしていくことは極めて重要なことだと考えていることです。
Yeah.
I feel relieved, but please do something.
What they need to do is they need to take any of the people that are live streaming in Japan, and if you are live streaming and you commit any form of harassment at all towards a foreigner, you should be immediately deported.
Friends are crooks and villains.
Like, ironically, it's what people were really mad about me saying this about people in America. Like, they're like supporting terrorist organizations and aren't citizens, and I said, get them the fuck out. I just want to show you guys, I'm consistent about this. You come to another fucking country like Japan, you're not from that country. You're starting trouble, get the fuck out.
One where they all tried to eat me?
Just really, it's not even a question. How do you even, like, instant deport? Yeah. Especially if they're live streaming and doing it, yes.
3,
Revoke their passports, yes, instantaneously.
おっしゃる通りで、有権系の文化とか風習とか
Sensei polarized. This isn't a polarized issue. This is a common sense issue. Every normal person comes to this conclusion. The only people that don't are weirdos on the internet.
やっぱりこれはお互いがお互い敬意を持ってやらなければ私もいけないと思っております。先ほどの東海ゲームパークにおいては、日本の文化
Years without permission, and you can wreck them.
無許可でして
What about other country stuff? You can't touch it? Well, you could in the other games. Why is it only Japan?
それはできない。なぜ日本が
Why just us? That bugs me.
これもやっぱり問題です。
People go to Japan because they're definitely capitalizing on the good nature of Japanese people to not be aggressive towards them.
You're ready for action.
この点についても
I was worried.
Fucking help.
全てが全て
Web
って
of
いうよりは
life
な
and
ぜ日本
destiny.
だけ
Don't try that.
I've got real questions about that. I'm not the only one. And on this, going forward,
なかなか表現の自由と判断
sure it ties into freedom of expression.
誤った
Vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
は許されない。
It's not that they can't do it. It's that it's disgraceful and bad to do. Like, I mean, live streamers were committing crimes and harassing people in the public, then yeah, they shouldn't be doing that. But like with Assassin's Creed, I don't think they're trying to make Assassin's Creed illegal. It's just that they don't like the fact that they're doing it that way. I mean, I feel like these are two very big different things.
でもその点につきましては警察署その警察会議所についてもご協力を
Step up and help out there? Yeah.
ありがとうございます。
The moon haunts you.
When I said like a butterfly effect, like when I was, my video was
As soon as one person is able to do it, other people are going to do it too. Absolutely.
Because of that video, a lot of people reacted. Because of a lot of people reacted.
Yep.
You're ready for
The
action.
main video, I started making a video because I saw that, I mean, a lot of the Japanese people
This is real
Japanese or English stuff, and I made that
Yeah.
the first video of Assassin's Creed. And after I made Assassin's Creed started video in English, a lot of people in the West talking about Japanese is actually mad.
Yeah.
And then everyone's small voices became really big.
And they're actually talking to some Parliament. That is crazy.
But it's not finished yet. It's not finished yet. Let's see what we can do. And then I'll do what I can do. You do what you can do. You
People
have a
usually
happy
don't let
day.
me into shrines.
Wow.
Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to hit like.
That is nuts.
If you
Let me
enjoyed
link you guys the video.
click on the left for the fun video.
Give it a like.
And on the right to see more videos. You guys have a good day.
Just as expected.
That is insane.
Deployed. It ain't
So this game has been so problematic to Japanese culture that they're talking about it in Parliament.
That's me.
Oh my god. And I do find it to be like just prime disrespect that you can have Yasuke, who's like not even to be certain a samurai. And it's like people are like unsure about this guy's like place in Japanese history in general. You know, one of the main historians that was about him was completely discredited. And now he's hooking up with the sister of one of the more well-known people in Japanese history. I feel like that's kind of a lot, isn't it?
By the eye of
So I
Agamotto.
don't know what to say. The Wiki guy was in the
I
beginning.
am ready
Yeah,
to
exactly.
put on a show.
So a lot of it is fiction. I know it's fiction, but the problem is that they argued it from the perspective of being a, like authentic, right? Like Yasuke, the entire argument for why Yasuke is the main character is because he was a real person. And you understand that, like, whenever you make that your argument, and you make the argument to authority that yes, it's okay that we're doing this because he was a real person, and then you disrespect everything else, people are going to think that it's a little bit fucking transparent. So that's what I would say. It's still a video game. Yeah, it is just a video game, but I think that people can have an opinion about the video game, right? Of course they can. So that's it. And can we disagree with Japan on this one? Well, that's fine, but I don't think that if the Japanese people find it to be disrespectful, then you can't really tell them that they're wrong. Like, I don't think that, like, Assassin's Creed has to, like... The thing is that you can do one of two things. You can make a video game that's respectful to Japanese culture and is taking an honest effort to portray it in a way that's respectful and like interesting and not degrading for those people. Or you can make a bullshit game, right? And that's fine, but don't make a bullshit game and then try to act like you're making a respectful game.
Usually don't let me into shrines.
That's the only thing. That's the only difference. And I think that's so reasonable. That's so
This is real
reasonable.
firepower.
Yes, you can do what you want to do, but don't be surprised if some people don't like it over there. And if they keep making things work, I might have to end up going outside for once in a while to search for normalcy. POC Samurai rewrites histories and topples Japanese evil patriarchy with his spleen and his gay non-binary friends. Oh my fucking god. Put a chick in it, make her gay and lame. Japan should sue Ubisoft. Maybe, right? Check the wiki. Oichi Nobunaga's sister possible romance for Yasuke.
By the eye of Agamotto.
Women in Japan. She's also commonly known for honorable conduct, beauty, and determination. Someone who, albeit married for political reasons, genuinely loved her husband and known to be both faithful and dutiful wife. Well, now she's married to Yasuke. There it is.
Team play.
Wow.
That's me. Relay deployed. It ain't cheap. You're welcome.
That one hurts. I like the
I
cold.
stood beneath the dome of this capital and proclaimed
I am ready to put on a show.
of America.
Oh, boy.
That moment on has been nothing but swift and unrelenting action to usher in the greatest and most successful era in the history of our country. We're seeking permanent income tax cuts all across the board, and to get urgently needed relief to Americans hit especially hard by inflation. We quickly achieved the lowest numbers of illegal border crosses
Only
ever
60 seconds left.
recorded.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
The media and our friends in the Democrat Party kept saying we needed new legislation. We must have legislation to secure the border. But it turned out that all we really needed was a new president. Single best recruiting month in 15 years.
By the eye of Agamotto! That's why there's more people trying to join the military now. It's so obvious.
American service members and countless others in the Abbey Gate bombing during the disastrous and incompetent withdrawal from Afghanistan.
The real reason why, okay, you want to know the real reason why, is that people want, who is joining the military? Young guys that are mostly aggressive. Young, aggressive. And poor guys, in a lot of cases, yep, you're right, poor guys. And if they see somebody like Pete Hegseth, who's a young guy, comparatively, that works out, that's got a bunch of fucking tattoos by saving them, that energy is what they want to follow. It's that simple. That's the kind of person that a young, aggressive guy wants to follow.
The current score is 2-0.
There it is.
Time
Tonight
to
I'm
switch
pleased
things
to
up,
announce that
including
we
which
have
side
just
you're on.
apprehended the top terrorist responsible for that atrocity.
All the difference.
Now, for the first time in modern history, more Americans believe that our country is headed in the right direction than the wrong direction. In fact,
members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House and to cease any further disruptions. That's your warning. Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir. Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
Democrats sitting before me, for just this one night, why not join us in celebrating so many incredible wins for America?
Yep.
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
He starts pointing at him.
Never a dull moment for our crew, eh, Quill?
There you go. President Trump gave you a historic address on the House. Made a speech ever for
That's the first time for everything. Like, that went on for 2 hours. Like, I called my dad after he finished, and my dad, first thing he said is like, "Holy shit, is he done?" That took a long time.
Union for addressing joint session of Congress. I'm live on our nation's capital, and it is, I believe, it is Ash Wednesday. I'd like to take this time to say hello to my 3 anchors back in New York.
Thank you very much, Brian. If today's Ash Wednesday, that means yesterday was Mardi Gras, Fat Tuesday, and a big celebration in that big round white building behind you, Brian.
Since when did fat people get an identity day? Is this more of that woke bullshit?
You're ready? Yesterday we were talking, how long do you think the speech is going to be? I said, probably Donald Trump and the applause he's going to get? I said 100 minutes. I was off by 100. It was 99 minutes. But here's the thing. It never lags. And once again, Donald Trump has cemented his legacy, not only as the 45th and 47th president, but as a president who understands the television medium better than anybody who has ever held that post before.
I think he's right about that.
You're welcome.
I am ready to put on a show.
Is that Trump literally almost got killed.
This is real firepower.
Like, during the assassination attempt, there is a live active shooting at him, and they took him. They got him.
Us against the world.
And the first thing he does getting up is he fixes his hair. You can go back and you can look at it.
I'll turn them into splinters for that group.
People were laughing, people were crying, there were ups and lows, and it's all about taking a victory lap so far and look ahead at a new golden age.
Better stop that
There was a
vehicle.
missed opportunity yesterday.
The
president started the speech out saying, essentially, there's nothing I can do to please the Democrats. They won't. Jury needs execution. Tell these incredible stories, just things that aren't partisan at all, aren't political at all, just win for the country, everyday people, and they did not stand up. You look at the polling that came after this. CBS did a poll with YouGov.
I'll patch you up.
76% agreed with removing the congressman. 76% approved of the speech. And if you go down the list of all the issues,
it's obvious that you should get rid of the guy that's sitting there fucking yelling and causing trouble. And I'd say that with Biden or anybody else. I mean, so you got somebody that's trying to do a speech, and you have one guy wilding out, yelling.
By the eye of Agamotto!
It's fucking annoying. It's disruptive. Like, it's like if we let that happen, then nobody would ever be able to give a speech. Because there's always going to be something that somebody is mad about, and they're going to be yelling throughout the whole speech. You can't have it happen.
It comes to wait for spending, immigration, Ukraine and Russia war. Over 70% of the country agree with what the president said in his speech.
Yeah, it was a great speech, and the president reminded the just getting started. A lot of people in the Republicans
This is real firepower!
The Democrats started to heckle. Their voices actually overpowered the Democratic voices. But he reminded states we won the popular vote by big numbers.
Yeah, and there are people. I just want to bring this one up real quick. You've been following for just a few days.
Rockets launching again.
Would love to see what you have to say, or just keep glazing a guy who glazes Putin and blames Ukraine for being invaded.
Better stop
Guys,
that vehicle. They've made it halfway. Stop
did
them.
I watch this or not?
Pay up. You're ready for action.
I did. I watched it.
Oh, they do not look happy.
What a difference.
So we watched it live. It's like, wow, what's happening?
The scout guy made himself into a
You don't even know what you're talking about.
Admit it. You need me.
Take the bad guy. You're ready
You're coming in here like just saying something that's not even true. I don't even know what to say. It's on the YouTube video too. Let me see if it is.
Don't mind me. I'm just dying. I'll patch
Still
you
a
up.
chance to stop them.
All right.
Yep.
Bites the dust. See, I'm fucking helpful.
There it is. So not only was it uploaded onto, not only did I watch it live, but I also uploaded it to my YouTube channel.
I like the cold.
You're literally just making up bullshit.
You be careful over here.
Took you 5 seconds to find it? Yeah, exactly.
I'll patch you up.
Found the retard. I know.
In their tracks.
I just want the reason why I bring people like that up is that there's been a lot of people recently, especially, that have been trying to paint me as like a very partisan person. And I just wanted to show that this is their evidence. Their evidence is something that literally didn't even
Jury! Executioner!
Scratch my back.
270 to 525 to map out.
We're literally fighting with ghosts.
Republican. And
Yeah.
Democrats were yelling, and the Republicans were saying USA.
It's all there.
Yeah, I was in the chamber, and I think the story was really too
I'm gonna
country.
get some
I mean, you
revenge.
could not have been more juvenile as a Democrat. All you could see from up top is the Democrats, 2 rows,
More bad
basically
guys.
mostly
Just what we need.
females,
You're welcome.
writing down different things on erasable boards, or deciding what circle sign to hold up. And then this other one congresswoman, while he was walking in, was
By the eye of
This is not
Agamotto!
normal.
I'll patch you up.
I love how like the implication of that is that people want normal. If people wanted normal, they wouldn't have elected a reality TV star who said that he was going to nuke a hurricane, like take over Canada and build a wall and make Mexico pay for it. Like this is not You think they didn't want normal?
Need some ranged firepower.
Texas congressman grabbed it out of her hand. And then to see this
Don't
guy
give them another hand, right? More show! Only 60 seconds left.
The nuke strap was crazy. Hey.
I don't know what he was talking. I can't wait to ask him what he was talking to Algeria about. It must talk for 10 minutes. So all of a sudden he just stands up and yells. And the weird thing was,
what normal means to them is normal is when everybody is collectively agreeing with you.
You're safe now, my
That's
friend.
normal because that's what these people are used to. Because that's what social media and I would say the internet conditioned them to expect. So for them, normal is being able to express their viewpoint, and anybody who dissents in any sort of a way that's not a accepted way is automatically deplatformed.
Judge, jury, executioner!
He doesn't stop talking about and cuts yelling again. And it takes the speaker to get somebody else to come in and talk about it. And then they talk to Nancy Pelosi again. Did she approve of this behavior? Do you need her to sign off on this? I don't know, was she asking how's your new hip? So to me, if you're gonna sit there and text and hold up signs, I almost rather you do what AOC did and just stay on live stream.
Some of them were on their phones. They were holding up those paddles that said false. Someone had a whiteboard and they kept erasing and writing new messages on there in disagreement with
The whiteboard, in my opinion, the props and everything, it's just like